This is the voice of the Republic. Facts don't care about your feelings. Reality doesn't need your approval. No spin, no excuses, no lies. We break it down. We call it out. We say it straight. If it's true, you'll hear it here. If it's weak, we tear it apart. This is clarity. This is backbone. This is the voice of the Republic. And it starts now.
Welcome to the Voice of the Republic. So today's episode is the first episode, and in today's episode, we're gonna break down why the government is not controlling your life. Neither should it control your life. And in today's episode, we're basically going to break it down why it's your fault and not somebody else's fault. Throughout this new generation of blackpilling and all of these agendas, which I'm not saying are good or bad, I am saying that hypothetically, let's say you're existing as a human being in 2026. If you're existing in 2026, there's a big chance, especially if you're from 16 to 25, 30 maybe. If you are in that age gap, if you're in that age, anywhere from 16, even maybe lower, or maybe even above 30, if so, and you're saying, my problem is that the government is not taking care of me, or that it's somebody else's fault. Here's the thing, because you don't have money, it is not the government's fault, especially if you live in a Western country. If you live in a Western country with the Western society, with the capitalist features of your country, and you blame that country and say, I do not have money, I am poor, the hospital bill. If you say that, that is absolutely completely your fault. You should be happy that you live in that country. Because a lot of people would kill, not just to live in America, which we would put on the top tier. Many people would kill to live in Austria. Many people would kill to live in Italy, France. Even though I consider those countries failures, and basically almost everyone there has a loser mentality. I do not want to insult anyone, but I would be a complete liar and a hypocrite if I said those people don't have the biggest loser mentality ever. Everyone I met from France, Italy, Germany, Austria, all of them have a loser mentality. All of them say this, well, we should not talk about politics because the politicians are going to do whatever they want anyway. Hypothetically, let's say that is the case, it is still your fault that they can do whatever they want because you wanted big government. You wanted socialized benefits. You just wanted that illegal immigrant to have free healthcare. When it's not really free because you're paying for it. And the more successful you are, the higher taxes you pay. Crazy how that works. It is crazy how these European Western countries go from, man, we're the best, we're this, we're that. I mean, import all of these illegal immigrants. We need all of them in our country. Then you import these illegal immigrants. They import their government. The EU socialist globalist government imports these people in. And then all of a sudden, when the rape numbers go like up from 60, even above 100% over a couple of years from 2009 to 2023, what we have, and we have these statistics that I can put on the screen right now, and you watch it and you're like, wow, what went wrong? And then you compare the rape statistics, the murder statistics, you compare them with the illegal immigration from these Islamic third world countries, and then you're like, oh, well, this makes sense. Because as the saying goes, when you import the third world into your country, you become the third world. That is pretty true. If you eat shitty food, you're gonna feel shitty. The same way that if you have a shitty lifestyle, you're gonna feel shitty. If you work out and eat healthy food, you're gonna feel better. That is common sense. Now, some countries don't want to listen to that. But even in these European countries, these European Western countries, there's a lot of people that would kill to live in those countries. And we have these people that have a mindset of it's the government's fault, but we want big government. Wait, so it's the government's fault, but you want big government? That makes literally no sense. You're contradicting yourself. And then we have these hypocrites making all of these decisions, and then you see that they're super pro-choice, they're super socialist, they're super globalist, and then with time, when they start failing, it's like, well, how did this happen? I mean, I would never guess that this would happen. And this does not mean that we have zero immigration. Absolutely not. This does not mean that we cannot have different mindsets. I am not pushing for authoritarian government. I am pushing for libertarian government. But I am also saying that if you want immigration, you should not strive to have illegal immigration. You should strive to have legal immigration, and you should not strive to have an easy immigration system or a hard immigration system. You should absolutely fight for a fair immigration system. What does a fair immigration system mean? It means if you offer something to that country, if you are a positive, if you come and you just don't benefit yourself and your family, if you benefit others, you should be able to come to that country. That does not mean everyone. That does not mean that no matter who you are, oh yes, I want to benefit this country. I want to benefit this country. I want to make it better. And by making it better, I want to come to this country. I want to work. I want to steal your euros. I want to steal your whatever. I mean, I earn it, and then I send it back to my country. You're not benefiting. You're not benefiting the country. If you want to come, there should be a fair immigration system. Not hard, because hard means that the actual talents that your country could take, they don't take. An easy immigration system is even worse, because it's like absolutely everyone can come. Rape numbers sky high, murder numbers sky high. So when you basically want not the middle ground, not too easy, not too hard. No, you want it to be fair. But that's a conversation for a whole nother day. The thing that is a huge problem between, I mean, Gen Z, but not Gen Z, absolutely everyone. This is a poison. This is a poison. What is a poison? Poison is something that's killing you. And you know what's killing a lot of people? From old people to young people to little kids. It is his fault. It is never your fault. That is factually incorrect in every scenario. It is the Jews' fault that I don't have a girlfriend. It is Israel's fault that I'm paying high taxes. It's Israel, it's the Jews, it's America, it's the devil. No, it is you. The reason why you're not happy is because you're not fighting for happiness. Matter of fact, you're not fighting at all. You're quitting. You're waving the white flag, and you're saying, "Ah, man, it's somebody else's fault. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I'm a loser." That's what you're doing. When you blame someone else, you're saying, "I'm a loser." Sure, in some scenarios, somebody else, might be in the wrong, but that does not mean that every time that person is in the wrong, and that does not mean that a certain group of people is in the wrong 24/7, just for existing. If somebody's successful, that means they did something. It's that simple. And hypothetically, let's say somebody's not successful, that means they didn't do enough. If you want to be successful, all you need to do is work hard. If you want to have a girlfriend, get this, crazy. I know it's crazy. And I'm not a guy. I'm totally happy without a girl. If there's a girl that comes into my life, and maybe there is a girl in my life, that's not for the public to know, first of all. And second of all, I'm not going to walk around flexing about it. But let's say hypothetically that you cannot get a girl. Now let's talk why you cannot get a girl. It's maybe because you're ugly. Sure, some people are ugly. Obviously, I'm not. But some people are ugly, just they're ugly. Does that mean they are going to stay ugly? Absolutely no. A lot of people have a glow up. And a glow up happens 90% scenarios by losing weight. That is true. If you're a boy or a girl, do not worry, you're not anorexic. You're simply not. The statistics show it. If you're a girl, it is actually much harder to be anorexic than if you're a boy. If you're a girl, it is really hard for you to be anorexic. So, what should boys and girls strive to be? If you're a boy, historically and factually, it is the healthiest option for you to be skinny. That is as simple as that. I am not going in detail. I am saying if you're a girl, it is factually and historically the best option for you to be skinny. Without a doubt, there's no questions asked about this. This is as simple as they. There's nothing to even talk about here. It is, we're not going to get into muscle mass and body fat percentages between girls and boys because that's a bit of a not a controversial topic, but it is a topic where it is a bit harder to talk about it because it depends from a person to a person, but still it is quite similar when it comes to girls and boys. There's a big difference, and that's why girls should strive to be skinnier and boys should strive to be fit. By fit, I mean being on the skinnier side, but still having more muscle mass, trying to work out. You don't even have to work out. You could basically do 20 push-ups every day and go for a walk every day. And as long as you're skinny, you're going to be more attractive than the guy that is fat, and everybody calls him a chud. Now, if you want a girl, first of all, I'm not going to give you girl advice. I'm going to give you advice how to improve yourself. It is super duper easy. Get this. A lot of people don't honor Shabbat. And I don't honor it either. I believe in Shabbat, and I really want to implement it into my life. But besides that, and I'm not Jewish, I'm an evangelical Protestant. But besides that, this is what you should do. You should, if you're genuinely chubby or fat, I don't believe in the word chubby. It's basically created just so somebody doesn't call you fat. If you are fat, this is what you do. You eat one meal a day, and 1 day a week, you fast. By fast, I mean you eat 0 calories. This is what you should do. If this doesn't work, then you're not human. This is what you do. It's quite simple. You go in, your week starts. You eat for 6 days you eat. For 6 days you eat. And you eat 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day, low carbs, high protein. That is it. Low carbs, high protein. And then, the last day of the week, you do not eat. You fast for 24 hours. You just drink water or your Diet Coke, something with 0 calories, and you don't eat for 24 hours. It's quite simple. It's not hard. I did it multiple times. You do that, you will be in the better shape. You will not die. You will not collapse. There's nothing that will happen bad to you. And if you have some concerns that something bad might happen to you, you should go in and ask your doctor, should I fast? Should I do this, what I heard on the internet? And here's the thing for people that say, no, man, that's unhealthy, not eating for 1 day and eating 1 meal a day, dude. Oh, my God. Well, there's people that fast for 7 days. I fasted multiple days and nothing happened to me. I actually felt fantastic. But besides that, you get this. If you don't have a girlfriend, if you don't have friends, if you don't feel confident, this is what you should do. First of all, get into a better shape. Start working out. You can ease into it. You don't have to work out immediately. You don't have to go in and immediately straight up start working out like crazy. You just get more active. You go for walks. You can do walks. You don't have to jog or sprint. You can do walks. I'm pretty sure everyone can walk. You go for a walk. Then you come home. You research something. You read something. You watch something that is actually going to help you in your life. You watch politics. You research the Bible or the Torah or the Talmud. You can research those things, or you can maybe even research the Quran, even though I'm not a Muslim and I'm highly against that religion, but you can research it and you can see why that religion is evil. You can study it. There's a lot of things that you can learn from books. You don't have to read it. You can literally listen to it. You can listen to a political podcast. You can do so much. You don't have to You don't have to watch this slop on the internet. You don't have to. You can improve your life. You can think positively. Get this, if you do what I said when it comes to eating and working out, basically just walking and maybe doing a couple of push-ups every day, your life will improve. It is the most simple advice I could give you. Your life will improve. It's impossible for your life not to improve if you listen to my advice. Now, and just stop blaming everyone. Jews did nothing to you. It's not the Jews' problem that you're ugly and fat and and you have social anxiety. I have zero social anxiety, so people would say that it's easy for me to talk about this. But I had social anxiety before. Everybody almost did. How you deal with social anxiety? It is literally this simple. When you're in public, you walk confidently and you look forward. It's that simple. You just look forward. That's it. That's all that it takes. It takes nothing more, nothing less. You walk confidently, you look forward. And get this, if you see a girl or a boy, whoever you are, if you see someone that seems just attractive or seems interesting, you do this. You walk up to them, you ask them for your name, you give them your name, and then you say, "Hey, you want to go on a walk? You want to go on a walk? You want to grab coffee?" It is that simple. It is literally that simple. Your life is not bad. Your life is not cursed. Israel is not controlling you. Israel and America are not controlling you and taking all of your freedom away. That's simply not true. And if you don't want the corruption in the big government, maybe don't be adequate. Maybe you should not be advocating for socialized benefits, for socialized healthcare, for all of these socialized benefits, because a crazy thing is, if you want socialized benefits, if you want socialized healthcare, it's crazy that they increase taxes, and when they increase taxes, you pay more, and when you pay more, you have bigger government, and you have more people hired in the government, and then they have more control, and then they can control more of your life. That's crazy. It's so hard for you to understand, especially for a lot of Europeans, because they lost their mind. They basically forgot. They forgot everything about their history. They forgot everything about them. And they basically they just did a 180, and they said, you know what, I want to be a slave to the government, and look, I honor them, I respect them. If you want to be, respectfully, I don't know how to say it, if you want to be a bitch of your country, be a bitch of your country. Let them tax you. I had a conversation with a little kid. Not a little kid, he's probably a teenager, maybe 18. I don't know. I really don't know his age. He said, "Man, in my country, healthcare is free." I said, he's of age because he does work. And I say, "Yeah, you're paying 60% taxes or something like that." And he's like, "No, man, in Norway, I'm only paying 40% taxes, and my dad is only paying 45% tax." I'm like, "Do you know that you just confirmed what I said?" I wasn't correct about it the first time, but I was quite correct. You are paying almost half of your every single paycheck. You're giving almost half to the government. So once once in 3 months, when you go to the doctor, so you can have it free. But you give half of your money to the government. But it's free. It's free, but you give half of your money to the government. Do you hear what I'm saying? I know for Europeans it's really hard to understand this, and for Canadians also, which I am European. I know this is super hard for you to understand, but you are a slave. You sold yourself. And the funny thing is, the difference in healthcare in America. We can talk about healthcare 24/7. We can talk about how in America I have like a 3 times higher chance of surviving cancer or something like that. But that's not important. Who cares about surviving cancer? I just want to have it for free, even though I give half of the money to the government. So it's not free. And also, I need to wait like 12 months or something, or like sometimes even more than a year, so I can get like a little small procedure. But who cares? It's free. In America, I would go in and I would pay like $2,000, and I would get the best coverage on earth, and it would happen in half an hour, and I would go home immediately. But don't worry, here you're gonna wait only like 6 to 12 months, just like a year of your life you're gonna get. And if it's something serious, who cares? You can just die, who cares? I mean, you can have assisted suicide also, so that's phenomenal. So you're just gonna give like half of the money to the government, and then you're gonna wait like a half a year to a year, and then when you get the coverage, it's gonna be completely garbage. It's gonna be like the worst technology on earth, and also you're gonna wait like what 6 7 hours. You're gonna wait 6 7 hours at the hospital so you can get that coverage. Phenomenal, phenomenal. I mean, yeah, man, you sold me. I want socialized benefit. I want socialism, man. I just want socialism and communism. They didn't kill hundreds of millions of people or anything, but besides that, stop blaming everyone for your problems. Nobody did anything to you. It is all your fault. Everything in your life that you want to achieve, you can absolutely, without a doubt, achieve it. It is all your fault. It just is. If you're fat, start fasting and start moving more. You don't even have to move more. You just start fasting. It is that. It's it. That's it. You literally don't eat for one day, and you like cut like you can have 2 meals a day. Make sure they're small and make sure you fast one day a week. You will lose weight. Cut out. Try to minimize carbs, and if you cut out sugar completely, it is going to literally be twice as fast. The process is going to be twice as fast. It's literally like taking like a double XP. It's like typing in a double XP code on your Xbox. You get double the XP. You lose double the weight. It's that simple. And then when you're in public, you walk confidently, you speak loudly, and then when you see someone that you're interested in, you approach them and talk to them. Get this, if they don't like you, they might say, ew, no. And if you could go back in history and ask them, again, you should absolutely do it. And you should get the same answer, and you should not care. Because as long as you care about stupid things like that, you're always going to be nervous. You're always going to be anxious. And you always will live your life the way somebody else wants you to live your life. Instead of that, you should live your life the way you want to live your life. You should fight for liberty and freedom instead of wanting big government taxing you into non-existence. But that's it. It is literally that simple. Be confident, lose weight, gain muscle, and that is it. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you just lose weight and you look pretty, and you strive and stay consistent with your goals, whatever they are. Being a political commentator, being a professional gamer, being a professional hockey player, being a professional soccer player, being a professional football player, whatever it is, you can absolutely achieve it, and nobody can stop you. Absolutely nobody. If you think this advice is bad advice, I have nothing to tell you. Now, in the next episode, we will talk about another assassination attempt on Donald Trump. So stay tuned for that. That's going to drop. I do not know when. It's going to drop from today to maybe tomorrow, but it really depends. It depends. We need to get more coverage on it, and we need to research it a bit more so we give you the actual facts. Thank you for watching the first episode of The Voice of the Republic. This was just simple advice, and you will get to know me a bit more in the future, and I hope you listen to this, because if you don't, you will regret it. If you do, you will not remember this video, but you will remember that your life got better. That is it. Thank you for watching The Voice of the Republic. This is the first episode, and I hope it's not the last one.